let's talk about the first picture. What do you think about what's in the picture, or you could describe the picture for me?
Okay, I think it is the foreigner go to another country to be an exchange student, and they go some local place and to take a photo like this.
Yes. They go to a local place to take a photo. Which is, yeah, I think so too. There are exchange students. What makes you think that they are an exchange student?
Exchange student is means uh maybe A school and B school they have a contract, and they are the sister school, and they will exchange their students
Mm,
to
yeah,
each other. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Most likely these are sister schools, right?
Yeah, sister
Mm,
school.
mm-hmm. So, have you tried or do you know someone who is an exchange student?
Yes, my friend is be a exchange student, and when I was a college student I still want to do that, but sometimes you know people is easy to get to feel afraid of unfamiliar environments, and if you want to be exchange students you need to spend much money because you need to rent the house, or you need to afford your daily expense, and
Yeah.
in a foreign country it's not cheap. It's not expensive,
Yeah.
so I choose to give up.
Mm, yeah, I think that's true. I don't know someone who is an exchange student actually. Ah, wait. I know my friend who went to other countries, but I don't know a friend that who came from other countries and study in our school. So most of my friends goes to Spain as an exchange student, but I haven't seen any Spanish student going to our school. So I am a little bit confused with that part because I thought it's an exchange student, but there was no exchange. My friend went to Spain, but there's no Spanish student who went to our
Oh,
school.
come. Yes, but I know that because in our school we also have the same situation. Our school, our student will go the foreign country
Country.
like Poland or
Mm.
Japan or Korea and so on. But we seldom see the
You don't see for
foreigners, yeah, who will go to our school. But but in our school we still have some foreign students, but they're not exchange student. They sign up the test to our school.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
so probably not in our school but to other schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we could construct your sentence in their student answer part, or we better say it. I think that the foreigners are an exchange student.
Yeah.
Are exchange students.
Mm.
They go to a local place to take some pictures. Exchange student. Sin. Okay, wait. Okay. Exchange students are the students from foreign countries where sister schools negotiate with each other. So I think that's way better to explain exchange student rather than we say A school to B school or school A to school B. That's a little bit complicated if we explain it to others. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it, so if we explain it, it could be better that these are foreign students where sister schools negotiate from each other. So these students will be exchanging. Okay?
I have a question because
Yes.
in my previous learning process, I know the negotiate, but the meaning of negotiate is means sometimes you communicate with uh some some people and you want to get some like profits or you want to
You mean negotiate is in business term. Is that what you mean?
yes, and its
Ah.
meaning is to like communicate with someone and a
Mm.
little bit like persuade because you
Mm.
hope you could get some profits from person.
Yeah, it's true also. But there are times that we could use the term negotiate, not only in business and not only for persuading, but sometimes like negotiate means you agree with each other. Like, okay, let's do this and let's exchange students. So negotiate could also be used in that sentence. More likely,
Oh,
so when you say what you meant with negotiate is that I will do something for you in return. I will be benefiting from what I'll be doing for you. Is that what you mean?
uh, uh, it means
Like
I want to,
I want something in return.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it could be, and most likely, negotiate. The word negotiate is used that way.
So it's like a win-win.
Yes, like a win-win situation. So, negotiate term here in exchange student is similar to the situation. You could use negotiate because it's also a win-win situation for sister schools.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that's why you could use it in these kind of situations. You can use the word negotiate.
Okay.
Okay, next photo.
Okay. I think it is in the science school and they have the opening education. They will hope the student could think by themselves and they hope could use some interesting way to teach their students. Something like the flipper run, which is the famous teaching style recently.
Mm, interesting. Can I get back to this part here? It is a science school and they have an opening education. Did I get it right?
Yes,
Hopefully the student can think of themselves. What was
can
the
also can think by themselves.
can sing?
By themselves. Think.
Okay, think
Think
by
think by
themselves.
themselves.
Okay, then what was the
And
sentence after that?
the school hope could use interesting ways to teach their students.
String ways to teach their student
For inspiring their motivation of studying.
of studying.
Yes,
Okay.
something like the flipper run, which is the famous teaching style recently.
What is flip and run? Like that?
Flipping or flipper, it means the role of the student and teacher is changing.
So something like what was the word again? Flipping,
Run,
run,
classroom,
like that?
classroom, It's
Like,
SROOM.
oh,
Classroom.
flipping classroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I a little bit of forget is a flipping or flipper is. It
Okay.
means it's change.
Yeah, you mean that sometimes the student can be the teacher and will do the sharing of knowledge like that?
Yes, and
Mm-mm.
in a classroom, teacher will not just teaching you and cram some knowledge to your brain. The
Mm-mm.
teacher the teacher will give you a topic, and it will be your homework. And then after the class, in the next class, you need to share your knowledge and share your information to every student, like you are a teacher, and it's like something like brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher
Yeah.
is a supporter instead of the crammer.
Instead that the teacher is the main source of the information. Yeah.
Yes,
I,
yes.
it is very traditional way. Yeah, because I'm also a education student, and it is always mentioned that right now teachers are not spoon feeding the information to the students. Do you know spoon feeding?
Spoon.
Spoon
SPOONFEED.
spoon feeding information. Are you familiar with that one?
It means cram. Just means you feed the information to their mouth and
Yes, yes.
first learn to absorb it, right?
Yes, yes. Like the traditional ways, like I will teach, you listen, students, and you have to learn what I just teach. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's a very traditional one, which is I agree, but I just met the term flipper classroom right now. Here in the Philippines, we call it I forgot the term, but the teachers are now facilitators. Facilitators. So teachers are no longer the teacher, but instead we are facilitators, which means that, like for example, in this picture, instead of me, the teacher, telling them, "This is America, this is Africa," students will discover where is America, where is
Yeah.
Africa, but I will, as the teacher, I will facilitate them that America is very big. So try to locate in the globe which country is a very big in that part. So something like that. So um that is the common teaching style here in the Philippines. But
So
but
yeah.
there are still old, like very very old teachers, and they are still working right now, and still they do the spoon feeding information.
Oh yes. In fact, in Taiwan, we still use the traditional teaching style because although our government and a lot of teachers want to launch the flippers classroom,
Mm-mm.
but it is not easy because flipper classroom uh, need to take a lot of time.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah.
yes, and you cannot ensure every student can absorb well
Yeah.
because some students maybe who are silent and who are shy,
Mm-hmm.
so they will not join the discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there are also I think that was according to Howard Gardner, the multiple intelligences. Are you familiar with that one? Multiple intelligences.
Oh yes, it means human who has a lot of talents.
Yes, and it means that there are different ways to learn. Like some students can easy learn if it's in a song or dance form. And some students can easily learn if they are alone. Like you just give them books, they will read, and they will be able to learn. And some students also like the teacher teaching in front, and they absorb information more rather than them reading alone. So what is your multiple intelligence, by the way?
I think I need to learn with others. I like to
Ah.
discuss with others, or I need to, in a place who has a lot of student and one teacher, because it could
Mm-mm.
push me, and it could how to prompt me
Mm.
to do the right thing. Because if I start alone, I will easy to get zazy, and I will do other
Yeah, you'll get
trivial.
distracted easily.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. I feel the same, but I get distracted easily, but I like to work with others, but I work at my best. Like I could really see that most of my work is at its best if I work alone. Like I am that
Oh,
kind I like to listen others, but I prefer, like, for example, there are group works, like you're going to create something like this. Yeah, then you are given with your group mates. I would really ask the teacher, is it okay if I can do it alone? I think I can do better if I do it alone.
oh, so teacher will agree to you, because a lot of teacher will, they still hope uh the team discussion, like, or
Mm.
they still hope could I don't know, because in my learning process, a lot of teacher will hope we could do a lot of teamwork,
Mm.
because in their opinion, let's think, if you do everything alone, it will not make you grow up. And
Ah.
if you work alone, you the it is not efficient to work
Mm.
alone.
Yeah,
If you work with
yeah.
your team, you could have a good result, huge results, like something like that.
Yeah. I agree also, because if I work alone, I work at my best, but it takes time because I'm only alone. Like I have to do
Yeah.
everything alone. If I have group mates, one of the struggles that I experience if I have group mates, because some of my group mates doesn't help,
Oh, yes, yes, of
but
course.
they don't help, but they have the same grade with us, and
Yes,
it's
and it
like
will
it's
make you
very
angry.
yes, it's very unfair. So I have this like mindset that if you're not willing to help, I'm sorry, but I have to tell the teacher that you did not help, because it's unfair. You will have big grade because of us and you did not do anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yes, you not pay any efforts for our team.
True. So, let's try to have your sentence. It is a science school where they have an open education, where they have an open education. Students in this school are allowed to think by themselves, which is, I also agree with you, it will really take time if it's an flipper classroom, because some students will, okay, I know that already, but some students will, oh, how come they know already and I still did not understand anything.
Yes,
Mm,
and a lot of students who is passive, they will not do any efforts before the class. So, like, just
yeah.
bring like a blank brain to classroom.
Yeah. Like you think they are listening, but they were just staring at you. And
Yeah,
they were not listening, they were not thinking, but they look like they are listening.
yes. So maybe after 15 minutes, they still,
Oh
get
yes.
nothing.
Yes. The school could use I could inspire. Could use interesting ways rather. Could use interesting ways to teach their students to be motivated to study. Flipper classroom is one of the teaching style that is very effective for open education. Okay. Did I have the same thought with
Yes,
this?
yes.
Yes. So I think it would be better if we have this kind of sentence. So, it is a science school where they offer open education. Students in this school are allowed to think by themselves. The school could use interesting ways to teach their student to be motivated. There is a reason why you mentioned here, wait. You mentioned here that students for inspiring later the motivation to study. I get what you meant by inspiring later, but I removed it because inspiring and motivating has the similar meaning.
Okay.
So it will be double meaning. So it will be
Okay.
redundant. You know what's redundant?
Oh yes, it means you put the same
Meaning, yes.
tools. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, like for example, with redundancy is stand up, which is if we will try to be very technical with the grammar, it is redundant because there is no stand down. You cannot stand down. It's stand means up. So
Yeah.
so instead of saying stand up, you have to say please stand or stand. Stand word alone is already understandable that it's going up. Or sit down, even sit down because there's no sit up. So have a seat or seat is already okay. No need to put down for sit down.
Okay.
So those are another example of redundancy. Now, this one is, I think this is very common and famous in your country. This one,
Yes.
yes.
Landing lantern.
What? Lantern?
Yes.
Like this one?
Landing lantern.
Lending?
Or lantern. I forget. I just know it is
I know this.
train.
I know that there's a specific part in Taiwan. It's one of the tourist spot. Like there's a railway, and you buy this kind of lanterns, and you write your wishes in this lantern, and you let it
Yes.
fly.
Yes. So it is I forget what is the festival will do that because
Okay, wait. I'll
I'm
try
not,
to search Taiwanese Taiwanese Lantern Festival. Oh, it's just a lantern festival. It's called Lantern Festival
yeah.
in Taiwan, and it usually happens for the entire month of February.
Yeah, yes, but
Okay.
I never do that.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because I think it is not useful
Yeah,
for my
true.
life. Yes, in fact, lots of people will write their hope on the lantern and raise them to the sky, but I don't think it will help your life because I don't know, maybe I'm a mean guy. And if you want to do that, you need to pay money and you need to buy a lantern and write your hope, and you cannot sure it will happen or not because the God is too busy to read that.
True, true, true. If I will be God and I will be up here like, oh my God, there are so many lanterns this month. I'm going to read everything and let's try to check if I'm going to give this wish to this person. But to foreigners, this is a very interesting festival. Like if I will go to Taiwan, I will make sure that I will have this experience.
Yes, because it is very beautiful. I think it is it's just for for taking a picture.
Ah, yeah.
It's
True.
yes, and just for some richer feeling. It's just a ritual. Maybe everyone knows it will not happen, but they will think it is a ritual. If they do that, God
Mm-mm.
will see them,
Yeah.
and they will think
That it will be
their dream
achieved,
will come
come
true.
true. Yeah. So I'll just emphasize there is a difference between hope and wish. Hope is
Uh,
when you say
Something will
wish,
happen.
yes, and wish is more like it will most likely not happen. Like for example, I wish I could go to Mars. Something like that. Wish
Yeah.
is like it is closer to impossible not going to happen. Most likely it's not going to happen. Like you know within yourself it will not happen. That's when you say I wish. But when you say I hope, you have this motivation that it will come true.
Yeah, but
Mm.
sometimes if we wrote something on the lantern, we will hope it could come true. Like a lot of Taiwanese people will say, "Oh, I hope everyone surrounding me could keep healthy," like something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm. Yeah. So what why is it there's a lantern festival?
I think it is because in a long, long, long time ago,
Mm.
our ancestors doesn't have our ancestors don't have any entertainment. So
Mm.
in order to celebrate the uh meaningful day, so they create this festival, and a
Mm.
lot of people can get around with others, and they could do something which is special. And in our ancestors' thoughts, they will think the sky is close to the god. If you push,
Mm.
if you want to approach the god, you need to get higher, higher, and higher. So in our traditional, sometimes we will how to say that? Wait me a moment.
Mhm.
Oh, I forget how to say that. If you want to worship, they will build a tall tower, and the people will on the top of tower to worship, because they think
Mm.
it is the place which is close to the god. So if you on the top tower, you can what you say, what you think the god could uh could could listen, could hear that, and
Mhm.
it will easy to come true. So I think lantern is like a in the same rule, because the lantern it will go higher, 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 and higher. So they will think if the lantern is disappear, it means God hear your wish, and you will
Mm.
help you make it come true.
Yeah. Yeah. We not really in the Philippines there is this one tribe. It's like aboriginal in Taiwan, but they have different tribes where they believe the same, but not with the wish. With death, I'll show you hanging coffins. I've been here, like, this is very difficult place to go. These are coffins. Like, do you know what's a coffin?
Coffin? No.
Coffin is like this one. Wait. Mm-hmm. Where you put the dead body. This,
Oh, I
yeah.
know, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And in this tribe in the Philippines, it's a northern part of the Philippines, they put in the mountain, like in the upper part of the mountain, the coffin. So all of these, can you see the picture? All of
Yes, how to
these,
do.
you mean how? How did they put it there? Yeah.
Yes,
Uh
because it's a mountain.
yes, it's a mountain, like wait, here's a picture. I went here. I was able to come here like 2 years ago. This is the place, and this part here, the green part, is already very deep, which means the coffin are in the side of the mountain. And I asked, how did you put the coffin there? And they said that they build the coffin in the mountain, then the dead body will be put inside the coffin.
Yeah, but I have a question. If the landslide,
Ah, yeah.
uh,
The body will be.
it will
It will.
disappear, and yes,
Yes, it
and
will.
they cannot find their ancestor anymore.
Yes. But one of the reasons why they do this, like also this one, this is one of the reasons why they do this, because they think that once you're dead, you need to go back to God. And if you will be under the ground, you cannot see the way going to God. So they put it on the mountain, like on the side of the mountain, so that once you're dead, you are easier to go to God. Like, because you're closer to the sky, and you're
Oh,
closer to God. So that's what they believe.
yeah. So they want to build a place to the heaven for their ancestors.
Yes, yes. And the bones of the body are still here. Like some coffins, like when we went here, I think this color blue, can you see the color blue part? Um
Yes, yes.
one of the bones went out,
Oh,
and we can
real.
see it's just really hanging. The bone is hanging.
Yeah.
I think it's the hand. And if you watch it, like it would be very very scary. What if the hand will be separated and it will fall? But it hasn't yet. It hasn't fall yet. But it's spitting out. So
Yeah,
we have
it's
this.
a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. The and though they did not practice this anymore, the last person who died and they put here in the coffin is last 2010. That was the last
Oh,
one. So it's not that far yet. It was a little bit recent. So the last one was on 2010, and they did not practice it anymore because they don't have mountains to put anymore. Like, imagine this place is full of mountains, and all of their mountains are like this. So they don't have space anymore for others. So they practiced burying them to the ground.
oh, okay. But I think it's also a very cool landscape because you cannot see that in other country, and sometimes you could know the meaning behind it.
Yes. But they bury it to the ground, but they still believe that you need the light. So because the light is your way to God. Once you die, once you're dead, there should be light. So what do they do? Their coffins have windows.
Oh, windows.
Yes.
So,
Yes, so when you go to their cemetery, you can see the body inside. Like, imagine going there at night, and the coffins have windows.
So you could see the dead people
Yes.
from the windows.
Yes.
Oh, it's a little bit terrified.
Yeah, yes, very, very scary if you walk there at night. But people from that tribe believe that if they cannot put the coffin on the mountain, that is the only way that they could see the light going to the sky, the window.
But I have a question, because if you burned the coffin in the ground,
Mm-mm.
the soil will cover the all of coffin.
Mm. They will
How
not
do they?
they will not cover the window.
Oh 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 my oh.
So
So when you
so the
work on the streets,
yes, yes.
you will.
Yes, yes. I
Oh,
can
do you have a picture? I really
I-
want to see that.
wait, I'll
It's so
try.
cool.
Wait,
Oh
I'll
my
see.
gosh.
Cemetery in Sagada. I went there. Um, wait, there was this cemetery. I don't have the pictures like this one. That they did not. But when you go up here, there are windows. There are window. Where was
Oh,
it? There are windows. Where was it? I was not able to take the picture because the tourist guide said that it's not allowed because it's a
oh,
sacred and
oh yeah,
people's
yeah,
are
yeah.
yes is dead. But there are really like this one here.
So,
It's similar to here, but there's a glass above
oh,
here or at the side so that the light can go through.
oh, it's a little difference from what I saw, because I think it is the first light, the first light, and the right, the second picture as left.
Mm.
It is like they will put the coffin uh on the ground,
Mm-mm.
and which is has the same level with the ground. It will not
Ah,
have
no.
the.
They will not if you will be if it will be on the ground, the window is a little bit difficult, so they put a cement around it and they have a window.
Oh, okay. I think
Not scary.
it's not. Yes, because if you have the window which is has the same
Mm,
level with
yeah,
the ground,
yeah,
it is a little bit terrifying, because when you work, you are not aware of
yes, you'll be able to step on it.
just. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You cannot step on the coffins. They have this because the dead body is very, very sacred for them. So the cemetery is only open if you have a schedule. You have to go there and you have to put a schedule that I need to visit my friend or a family. So it's not always open to everybody.
Oh,
And their
okay. I
cemetery
see.
is um enclosed, like they have gates, and this is the only part that you could go through. Yeah, but there are really like it, we went there because it's a passageway to a place where we need to go, and it's just a little bit historical background, and you could peep on the window. My friends and I peeped on the window, and we could see that it's dress only. No more bones. It decayed already. So what's left was the dress and the skull, I think.
Also, their face will not, under the windows.
No, no. I think um just a little bit light anywhere as long as there's light. It doesn't have to be on the face. That would be very scary and terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have seen, how to say that, edgy, they
Mm-mm.
have some special way to store their ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is called Monet
Munich? What's the spelling?
or Mume Mummy or Mummy.
Ah,
Mummy.
mommy.
Oh, mommy.
This
Yes,
one?
because I see.
Is it like
Yes,
this?
yes, and you could see their face. Even though they died for a long, 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 long time, you still
Yeah.
could see their face.
Because they are preserved. I know the history of this one. Why do they do this? Because they believe of reincarnation. Are you familiar with reincarnation?
Recognition. It
Rein
means you want in.
like this one. Reincarnation, like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Reincarnation means it's a belief that once you die and you were good, like for example, I am alive right now and I am a very, very good human being. And once I die, I will be given a chance to be alive again, second life.
Oh,
And God will
yeah,
give me a
yeah,
second life. So that is what we call reincarnation. And Egyptians, like this one, the mummy, they mummify the body to preserve the body. So why do they want to preserve it? Because they wanted that if they will be reincarnated again, they want it to be on the same body.
Oh, but I think it's a little bit terrifying because your
Mm-mm.
previous body is destroyed.
Yes. I think like this picture, if according to science, it's still complete. It looks
Oh,
terrifying, but it's complete. Like the heart is still there, the intestines are still there. So, all it need is soul, and it will be
oh,
alive again. That's how Egyptians preserve their bodies. And
okay.
like this one, this is like I forgot what's the term of this one, but it's like their coffin. And
Yeah,
inside of that coffin is the body of the person. Inside that coffin, they bury with them their money, their jewelries, all the golds. They bury it with them so that if
yeah,
they will be reincarnated and they will go back to the same body, they have all the money.
yeah.
So
But
that's
I really doubt that. Uh, it's really some people who get a second life in
mm,
Egypt.
mm. It did not exist yet. No mummy was still alive, but um it tells about their history. They think that if you are rich, if you think that you are like you have all this money, you have all the golds, you can pay it to God, and God will give you a chance to have your second life.
But I think the God will not care about money because
Yes,
God has a
yes,
power.
yes,
They could
that's true.
create a lot of things.
Yeah. That was their belief during that time. That's why they do the mummy, and they bury their golds because they think that when they face God, they will be having golds and they will give God all the golds, and God will say that, "Oh, okay, you have many golds. I will give you back your second life. I will give you another life." And they will be alive again. But technically, it's not true. No one is alive yet from all the mummies in the Egypt. But the funny thing is, they believed on that.
Yeah, I think it's from humans greedy because
Yes.
they hope they could prolong their life. They hope they could be a winner in the next life. So they
Mm,
will think a lot of tricky way to prolong it.
yeah, true. So if you are poor during that time, like if you're a slave,
Oh,
you will not
I
have a
would not do
second
that.
life
Yes.
because you cannot give God any gold. So
Yes, and
that's
I
what
want
they
to be a
believe.
slave next life.
Yeah. You will still be a slave in the next life. And are you familiar with the pyramid of Egypt? Pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they believe that similar to the lantern and to the coffins, if you are a pharaoh, you know what's a pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Like this one.
Oh, is it
Wait, this one.
no? No.
Wait, did I spell it correctly? Yeah, that one. Pharaoh, that is their king. They call their kings and queens pharaoh. So
Oh, yeah.
if you are a pharaoh, you will be buried, your coffin will be at the top of the pyramid. If you are a slave, your body will be underground of the pyramid.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's
if you're a
yeah,
pharaoh, if you're a priest, you are closer to the sky. And
yeah,
God will get you first and give you a
yeah,
second life rather than those in the underground, the slave one.
yeah. Okay, but it's a little bit different from Taiwan because when we die we will our put our dead body on the ground, and
Yeah.
we will think it is the best way because we believe if you find a good place, it could help you to protect uh your
Ancestors.
family. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's true. But isn't it funny that they think of, like, the Egyptians think that they will go back to their body and God will accept your money.
Yeah, it's a little bit funny.
Yeah. Okay, let's try to construct this sentence. Lantern Festival was created by the ancestors for entertainment purposes. Um, in order to have a celebration for a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Oh, meaningful. I think it's meaningful.
Yeah, meaningful. Okay. Meaningful day. What else? The sky is closer to God, which means God can hear your hopes better. I think that's technically it. Like the entire meaning of what you've said is this one. The sky is closer to God, which means God can hear your hopes better, clearer.
Yes, yes.
So, it is a shorter version, but I do understand, and I think it was well constructed. It was very elaborated, your answer here. But if you want a shorter version of your answer, it is this one.
Okay.
Okay. So I think it's already time, and we haven't discussed this idiom yet. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be having you this homework assignment. Yeah. Control X. Wait, I'll move it here. Oh wait, I'll just put it at the end. Okay, that's better.
Okay.
So that by next week, let's talk first about this one, the idioms, then later part let's talk about the assignment. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I hope you learned something from today.
Yeah, I learned much,
Yeah.
especially your culture. It is I think it is meaningful and useful for me. I really like that.
Okay, that's great. So I think we have to end